Hello everyone, welcome to Medinas. Today we are going to discuss about the rheumatoid arthritis and why is it important to manage it. But before that, just a brief overview of what is rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune and inflammatory disease, which means that your immune system attacks healthy cells in your body by mistake. This leads to inflammation or painful swelling in the affected parts of the body. Rheumatoid arthritis attacks many joints at once, like the joints in hands, wrists, and knees. Now let us understand why is it important to manage rheumatoid arthritis. So as we all know that in rheumatoid arthritis, there is swelling in the joints. Now if you don't treat it, then the inflammation will keep on increasing and cause joint deformity. Also, rheumatoid arthritis is a progressive disease, which means the symptoms will typically get worse. This can lower your quality of life, so it is important to manage rheumatoid arthritis. If rheumatoid arthritis is left untreated, it can cause severe damage to the joints and some serious complications in the major organs. Now let's see what are the treatment options available nowadays. Currently, there is no cure for rheumatoid arthritis. However, the recent treatment modalities can control inflammation, reduce pain, prevent joint and organ damage, which eventually reduces the long-term complications. Treatment usually includes medications, occupational or physical therapy, and exercise. Some people need surgery to correct joint damage. Now first we will discuss about the medications. There are several medications available for the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis, like non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, steroids, disease-modifying anti-rheumatic drugs or DMARDs. The medication recommended by your doctor will depend on the severity of the symptoms and how long you have had rheumatoid arthritis. Now talking about the NSAIDs. They can relieve pain and reduce inflammation. Many over-the-counter medications like ibuprofen, naproxen is used for the treatment. Some other stronger NSAIDs like celecoxib is only available by prescription. They are usually long-lasting in comparison to other over-the-counter medications. The most common side effects of NSAIDs is gastrointestinal disturbance, which may include burning sensation or irritation, peptic ulcer-like disease, and GI bleeding. It can also impair renal function and increase blood pressure. Now we will discuss about steroids. For severe rheumatoid arthritis or when symptoms flare up, your doctor may recommend steroids to reduce pain and stiffness. In most cases, 7 to 14 days course of corticosteroid is used to control acute disease flare-ups. But some people need to take steroids for a longer time to control pain and inflammation. Commonly used corticosteroids are hydrocortisone, prednisone, and methylprednisone. It can be taken as a pill or direct injection into the joint. The usual dose of prednisone is 5 to 10 mg daily. Although prednisone can be started at higher dose of 15 to 20 mg daily. Steroid medications are associated with multiple side effects like osteoporosis, weight gain, increased blood pressure, increased blood sugar, and increased risk of cataracts. It can also weaken your immune system. So always consult your doctor and don't stop the medication abruptly to avoid or minimize the side effects. Next is disease-modifying anti-rheumatic drugs. This group of drugs can slow down or prevent the progression of rheumatoid arthritis and save the joints and other tissues from permanent damage. Common DMARDs include methotrexate, leflunomide, hydrochloroquine, and sulfasalazine. Methotrexate is the DMARD of choice for the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. You can take DMARDs as a pill, but some people get methotrexate as a shot. It may take few weeks or months for these medications to work and longer to get full effect. Newer class of DMARDs, also known as biologic response modifiers, are also effective. Biologic DMARDs are usually most effective when paired with conventional DMARD, such as methotrexate. This group includes abatacept, adalimumab, anakinra, certolizumab, etanercept, golimumab, infliximab, rituximab, sarilumab, and tocilizumab. Now let's talk about the surgical options. Surgery is needed when medications fail to prevent or slow the joint damage. Surgery may help restore your ability to use your joint. It can also reduce pain and improve function. There are multiple options like synovectomy. This surgery is performed to remove the inflamed lining of the joint, which is called synovium. It can help reduce pain and improve the joint's flexibility. Next option is tendon repair. Inflammation and joint damage may cause tendons around your joint to loosen or rupture. This can be repaired and the function of the joint can be restored. Joint fusion. When a joint replacement isn't an option, then surgical fusion of the joint may be recommended to stabilize or realign the joint and to relieve pain. Another option is total joint replacement. During joint replacement surgery, your surgeon removes the damaged parts of your joint and inserts a prosthesis made up of metal and plastic. Sometimes physical therapy can be helpful. Your doctor may refer you to a physical or occupational therapist who can teach you exercises to help keep your joints flexible. The therapist may also suggest new ways to do daily tasks that can be easier on your joints. Here, one important point you should remember is that cigarette smoking makes the disease worse and can cause other medical problems. Also, smoking can make it more difficult to stay physically active, so smoking cessation is recommended. Maintaining a healthy weight is equally important. Obesity can cause numerous problems for people with rheumatoid arthritis. Now let's discuss about some new treatment modalities of rheumatoid arthritis. As we have discussed already that methotrexate is a very helpful drug in rheumatoid arthritis. If you have been taking methotrexate and you are still experiencing moderate to severe symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis, then your doctor might recommend adding Janus kinase, that is JAK inhibitor, to your treatment plan. JAK inhibitors help to stop chemical reactions that cause inflammation in your body. Methotrexate does this too, but in a different way. For some people, JAK inhibitors work more effectively. Till now, FDA approved only 3 JAK inhibitors for rheumatoid arthritis treatment. They are tofacitinib, baricitinib, and upadacitinib. Recent studies showed that a combination of methotrexate and upadacitinib was more effective than methotrexate and adalimumab for reducing pain and improving functions in people with rheumatoid arthritis. Another promising Bruton's tyrosine kinase, that is BTK inhibitors, was on trial for a long time. BTK is an enzyme that plays a role in the development of inflammation. BTK inhibitors block the action of BTK and reduces the inflammation. Unfortunately, the recent published study shows that the final result is not that much promising as anticipated. Another treatment option is vagus nerve stimulation. In this treatment approach, electrical impulses are used to stimulate vagus nerve. This nerve helps to regulate inflammation in your body. So one more option I would like to mention here is the omega-3 fatty acid. Consumption of omega-3 fatty acid has been linked to reduce the inflammation in the body. It can reduce the symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis. That's all about the rheumatoid arthritis management. Hope you find this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for future notification. Thank you.